Hello and welcome again, everybody. It's time to talk about the Super Championship Racing F1 2016 League info. I do plan on bringing my league that I have run for many years onto Formula One. We've never done a Formula One season. I would really like to. With that being said, we're going to cover some details on the plan for the season and what we are going to be doing. So, with that being said, I'm going to also either... we're going to do that. So, we're going to do, racing while I talk about this and whatnot. And first thing is the length of the races. Currently debating between 50 and 100%. It is going to be one of those two numbers. If we do 100%, there's a chance that we might have a 10-15 minute break at the halfway point of the race, so as to allow drivers, a chance to use the bathroom or whatnot, any kind of problems or anything that they might need to do at that point in time, they can do it then. It's an option, or we could just go 100% all the way through, or just 50% and only worry about it that way. Either way, we're going to do one of those options, as I said. The rule on teams is, obvious. It's the teams. You're not going to get any different. You have 2 cars per team. And literally, it's a first come, first serve basis. One of the drivers the number one driver on the team. So, for instance, if you're the number one driver, you pick Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes, Sebastian Vettel at Ferrari, so on and so on. You're the number one driver. With that being said, you are also the team principal. You have the right to accept or deny a driver the right to drive your second car. So, if you don't like the way that somebody drives and you're the team principal, you're the guy that's in charge, you're the first guy on the team, you have the right to decide whether or not somebody gets to drive that second car or not. Either way, it's up to you. Another thing, and this affects the drivers more, or the players more so than anything else. When you select your nationality for your driver, we are going to only allow 2 drivers per nationality. Now, because this is going to more than likely be a United States-centered type of league with people mainly from the United States, that means only 2 people will be able to be American and run. As league owner, I'm not going to take that away from, because I am American, I'm not going to take that away from somebody. I'm not going to take the fact that I'm American away from somebody else who wants to run as an American. The problem here is that you lose effectively, you would effectively have to either restart your career mode or create a second profile on your Xbox to be able to run with the different nationality. Which, for me, I'm taking my number, and that's another thing. You can't use the same number as somebody else. Now, there is plenty of numbers to choose from when you choose your career number. Again, that's the way it will work. Career numbers will carry over, helmets carry over, and your nationality carries over from your career mode into multiplayer. So, continuing on, we already have 1 driver from the country of Poland, and the number 24 is off the board. They are not options. Why is the 3D line on? Either way. Oh, wow. Okay. I get confused. Yeah. So the number 24 is taken. The first driver position from Poland is taken. And I'm honestly currently leading towards Renault. Whatever team I take, I will be the team principal for. So I don't want to take a position that somebody may want for the team. I don't know. Currently leaning towards Renault, but I may go somewhere else with that. And yeah, my bad. So I will inform you guys later about that, on which team I will be choosing. Another thing, for those of you who watch my career mode broadcasts, I am sad to say that because I did choose American through career mode, I'm going to have to restart career mode. Now, I'm just going to fully restart. I'm honestly going to do that. This time, I haven't decided on what team I'm going to pick. It will not be McLaren. I have done that season. It was fun. It was worth it. But it's time to move on to a different team and go somewhere else. We might step up. We might go down. I have not decided yet. I will decide here shortly, and I'll have the first video out for that very soon for and it will feature me driving a Polish national driver to become only the second driver to ever be from Poland to enter a Formula One race. The first being Robert Kubica, who actually pulled off a victory in the BMW Sauber. It was BMW Sauber's first ever victory at, I want to say it was the 2007 Canadian Grand Prix. Somebody could correct me if I'm wrong there. I don't think I am. All I know for sure is that Robert Kubica did win the Canadian Grand Prix in a BMW Sauber and became the only Polish-born driver to win in Formula One. He's also the only Polish-born driver to ever compete in Formula One, but that's a different story. I'm going to bring you guys career mode on that. On the continued subject of the S Super Championship Racing League, we move on to the category of your real nationality. Like I said, it is United States centered. Races will be based on U.S. time. The dates will be informed of later. More than likely, events will start around 8 o'clock, 8:30. Probably 8 o'clock, 30 minutes of practice, then qualifying, and then the race. No matter what, we will do that. There will be no skipping of practice or qualifying because I will be broadcasting the whole thing, which should not interfere with my ability to host the room. If it does, I will nominate a friend to host the room so that I may broadcast, because it certainly will not host my interfere with my connectivity. Continuing on with that subject, that's what brings us to the your nationality deal. I'm not going to have a problem with anybody being from outside of the United States. I do not have a problem with that. The only thing I would prefer is that everyone be able to speak English and speak it to a point where people can understand it, and you must have a mic. That bit is going to be a requirement. You must have a mic, be able to run. The whole English bit is because I don't want to see people get wrecked or something, and then somebody thinks that it's intentional because, somebody's speaking in like Finnish or something. They're speaking in a language that maybe somebody that speaks English doesn't know, they don't understand, and maybe that's the only person that speaks that language. Therefore, you have a language barrier problem, and somebody thinks it's on purpose, therefore causing a retaliation, which truthfully is the last thing anyone wants. Nobody wants a retaliation because of language gap. That's the last thing anybody wants or needs. Continuing on, our next subject is settings. Yes. Formation laps will be on. Manual starts will be on. Assists will be allowed to an extent. Any position that is not filled by a human driver will be filled by an AI driver. We will always have 22 cars on the grid. If a human driver is not able to make the event, their AI driver will essentially run in their place, and the AI will run on either expert or legend. I will get together with a few of my friends who are going to run in the league. I've not asked them about anything to do with it so far, other than, whether or not they want to run. So we'll get together on that subject and decide on what difficulty we want, what we think is fair to everybody, because clearly doing it to an extent where drivers are either getting screwed over by the AI or the AI is winning every race is not fair. But a driver should not be forced to not score points should they have to miss a race. Because who knows why they might be missing a race. And we're not going to allow substitute drivers. We're not just going to allow somebody to step in and drive for them. But, say you drive for Ferrari, you're the first driver, and you have to miss the race. Well, then you get Sebastian Vettel. Seb gets to sub in for you. So there is that. If you drive for Mercedes and you're the first driver, you get Lewis Hamilton. So there's those subjects. It makes life a little more easier, a little less to worry about. Obviously, we keep with the same point system. So, it is going to be crucial that if you miss a race, you want your AI driver there. So that's why that will happen. We will allow AIs at that point in time if the field is not filled. If the field is filled, then there is no problem. Subject, it's going to look exactly like this. I was thinking that we might change it up. We are not. It's going to go with Australia, Bahrain, China, Russia, Spain, Monaco, Canada, and I swear to God, Monaco better be the best race that we have, or I'm going to kill people. And I'm only kidding on that, because seriously, I expect a clusterfuck from Monaco. It's Monaco. The walls are too narrow. It's not going to be a great race overall. It's not going to see much passing. I just hope nobody really, really, really screws it up. After Monaco is Canada, then Azerbaijan, aka the European Grand Prix, Austria at the Red Bull Ring, England's the British Grand Prix, Hungary, Germany, Belgium, Italy, Singapore, Malaysia, Japan, America, Mexico, Brazil, and the season finale at Abu Dhabi. So that'll be that. These sessions will be done in the custom championship. I just want to show you guys some of this. That's not mine. What I usually run. Continuing on, session options. The practice type will be single session, 30 minutes. Qualifying will be the full. Qualifying race distance will be 100%. Weather will be on dynamic, and session start time will be on official. As for the race settings, either expert or legend. Car performance will either be on realistic or equal. We're likely going to lean towards equal to allow for fair driving. Fair play, you don't want somebody to be stuck in a manor because that was their only choice and they're stuck there in last. Parc Fermé rules will be on. Once we line up for qualifying, that's it. Once you hit the track for the first time in qualifying, your setup will be locked. Collisions will be on. Vehicle damage will be on simulation. Safety car will be on. corner cutting stringency, whatever, will be on strict. Formation lap on. Race starts are manual. Assist restrictions. Yeah. There will be no braking assists. I will allow anti-lock brakes and traction control for people that can't handle it. Automatic gearbox will be on. The pit assist will be off, and the dynamic line will only be in the corners allowed. So that's the settings. I'm going to make sure that that's set there. We have that saved. There we go. Guys, that's everything we need to know. I'm glad you guys were willing to join me on this. This is what the championship name will be. So there you go. We have everything we need to know on. I'm thrilled. I hope everybody else is thrilled. Once again, here you go. You have, once you go in here, you select your team, such as this. There you go. You want to see? You look at this. I'm driver 1. Oh, you can actually disable your career driver. That's going to be illegal. You must use your career driver. Let me see here. Yeah, okay. We're enabling career driver. You must use your career driver. I don't know. There's something about it. I could disable it and set my nationality right, but then I don't have the helmet I want or the number. So we are going to, plus I think it gives you Seb's car in that situation, or whoever's car you picked. So no, you must use your career driver. So we will not be able to use any number that is used by one of the current drivers. So with that being said, I will show you guys all the numbers that are legal and choosable. Here's your nationalities that you can choose from. Also, another thing that will be required, you will not be able to use the same helmet as somebody else. Now, that is useful. That's not that hard to do, honestly. You can use the same helmet design. You will be perfectly legal to use the same helmet design. So if you pick anywhere between this helmet and this helmet, you are fine. You can customize it. You can have it however you want. It's your personal helmet. That'll be the helmet you use. If you pick any of the career booster helmets, if you have those helmets, that helmet is yours. Nobody else will be able to use that helmet. That's it. That's the only version of that helmet. Such was the case with that one for me. That will not be my helmet for this career mode that I'm going to do. I'm leaning towards either this one or this one. I have not decided yet. You guys make sure to check into my career mode. I will also post it on the Super Championship Racing Facebook page. Continuing on to numbers. Here are the numbers. You have 2, 4, 10, 13, 15, 16, 18, 23, so on. This is my number. I'm picking 24. That is the number I'm using. 24 is off the board. Nobody else can use said number. Anything else? 25, 28, 29. Any number after that is perfectly legal. I'm going to assume that if Justin gets the game, my friend Justin, if he gets the game and he's running, he will be running car 65. So assume now that that number is not available. I'm going to leave that number for him. That has always been his number. If that is the number he wants, that's the number he will be allowed to run. Either way, there are more than 22 numbers to choose from. I do not want to hear that, oh, well, there's not a number I can choose. You have 22. You have over 22 numbers to choose from. I will not accept that as a reasonable excuse as to why you don't want to use your career mode driver. So there you have it, guys. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, Follow us on Twitch, Nick_Guileless. That's where you get all the live broadcasts. Everything else goes onto YouTube after that point. Make sure to comment whether or not you'd like to be in this. Hit me up on Xbox and I'll get some information to you. Nick Guileless 19. It's Nick space Guileless 19. That is the main profile that I'm going to use for this. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you really are interested, seriously, we'll give you a connect to there's going to be one other thing. You're going to have to be able to connect to me and other drivers without a problem before we can fully sign off on allowing anybody to join. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. We're going to bring you a co-op championship later, me and another friend. That will get done hopefully shortly. I just got to wait on him to get the game. I'm glad you guys were here for this. Again, remember, if you enjoyed, hit the like button, smash it, whatever you got to do. Give us a like, comment, subscribe, and follow, guys. Thanks for joining us.